Literally just installed the update. What the fuck? I literally just installed it. This is pissing me off. I am literally pressing down this button as hard as humanly possible. It just refuses to work. Thing is a piece of junk. Now, I don't know why these servers suck so bad. I think it might have something to do with me hard modding my console. Now, I did that to play WarioWare like 3 or 4 months back or whatever. I forgot when I played that. I did that so I could emulate Wario Land. And now I can't play CGGP online, I'm pretty sure. So that sucks. I might have to contact Weem for that because I did not know that. And if I would, I wouldn't have done this. But whatever, I guess we're playing, if we want to play online, we gotta play that Mario Kart Wii Deluxe. Now I get like the reason they didn't want to have it so it's pirated, right? No, I guess ROMs are technically pirated, right? They want you to have an original disc to prevent piracy, but where the hell are you gonna buy a disc for Mario Kart Wii? Like, I got 3 of them. I don't even know where the second... No, I know where the second one came from. Not the third one. The third one, I have no idea what's going on. So anyways, I guess we're just gonna play some CTGP, suffer together, and maybe, you know, I'm gonna talk about, like, why I still play this game in 2024, I guess, right? You know? I'll play 5 races, I guess. The one thing I always really, I gotta tell you about this funny story about how I first discovered this game. Now, I remember, I didn't originally start a Nintendo kid, right? I started, I think my first, no, what do you mean, what do I mean, I think? I know, my first console ever, right, was the Sega Dreamcast. No joke. And I remember, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's an underrated console, right? But I didn't play Mario at all until I was about, like, 7. And I went to my friend's house for his birthday, and he just got, like, the Nintendo Wii, right? And he was, got the Wii the Christmas before that, I believe, right? So he had, like, 2 months, and he had put all this effort in playing Mario Kart, right? And I just walk into his house, bro, right? Straight up walk into his house, right? And I kick his ass. I picked Bowser. No, we're gonna pick Bowser. Because I picked Bowser, right? And I picked the off-roader. But I'm not gonna pick the off-roader because now I know it sucks. We're gonna pick the Jet Setter because it sucks even more. No, we already did Jet Setter. We'll pick the Piranha Prowler, bro. Because I'm already mentally challenged. I just want to be physically challenged as well. So, yeah. I picked out the off-roader, right? And I picked Bowser. And I kicked his ass. I remember on Yoshi Falls, he came in last place. He was playing with easy CPUs too. What a fucking, what a fucking rocket scientist he was. He never wanted to play that game again. Like, dude, I think it was like 6 months before he wanted to play that game against me again. And then by that point, I picked up the Wii Remote nunchuck, so now I'm really tryharding, and I kick his ass again. Freaking wild, bro. What's the random button on this? 1 and 2? I'm trying to remember how to do that. Ah, that's the button. That's the button. We're cooking now. So yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this with a track select, but whatever. I don't think things through. This is why this channel is dying. Can you hear my dad screaming downstairs? He's somehow even more mentally challenged than I am, but like he's special, so I put up with him. All right. So yeah. I have not played with the Piranha Prowler since, like, I was 8. I remember I first unlocked this cart, right? I unlocked it on accident. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just playing, like, the Grand Prix and shit, right? Fuck! Right? And I remember when this car first came out, I thought it was the coolest thing ever because, like, it's the heaviest cart in the game. You gotta run people over, right? And I had, like, the Mario Kart Wii trading cards, right? I don't even know where those are anymore, but I had them, right? I had the Mario Kart Wii trading cards, right? And then we're talking about how badass the Piranha Prowler was, and we're also talking about how good the Phantom was. So you know those cars are full of shit. That Phantom shit, right? That is the worst vehicle in the fucking game. That thing can't do shit. That thing straight up is ass, bro. It's straight up garbage. Worst vehicle in the game. But I thought it was the shit. I went through all this trouble to unlock it, and by the time I unlocked it, I realized it was shit, so I didn't even get to enjoy it. Right? So I'm tryharding with the Flame Runner with Funky Kong, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, Funky Kong's badass. Right? He's badass, but kinda wish I could have used that Dry Bowser Phantom combination. That's what I should have used. Yeah, see, I remember how to do those POW dodges, like a little tryhard. I learned how to do that as a kid. I remember I was really hyperactive and I'd be playing this game while jumping on the couch, and that's how I learned how to trick. I learned that on accident. I'm a natural, bro. I'm a fucking natural. Right? You get what I'm saying? Some people are just built for shit. That was me. Right? Nah. Right. Then I remember Mario Kart 7 came out, right? No, wait, no. Let's talk about Mario Kart DS first. I got Mario Kart DS after I got Mario Kart Wii. I already had the DS when I got my Nintendo Wii, right? But I didn't have Mario Kart DS. I didn't even know Mario Kart DS was a thing. So I showed up at GameStop. I think it was like summer 2010. I was going over there. I don't remember what I went there for, right? I went there for some shit, right? And I found out, wait, Mario Kart DS is a thing. This is crazy, right? Bro, I lost to the CPU. That's fucking tragic. Anyways, I discovered that game, and I'm like, wait a minute, why the hell is Delfino Square in this game? That's a Wii track. And I didn't understand the concept of, like, retros. Like, they called them Nitro tracks in the game, right? Like, they don't call them Nitro tracks anymore. That's, like, old school shit, right? I did not appreciate that game enough when I got it. I got that game used. I barely played it. And now looking back, I'm like, that game was fire. I still gotta learn how to do the fucking snake drift thing, too, right? That shit is nasty, bro. Like, the fucking time trials, people pulling figure 8 circuit. No, I don't want to quit. Fuck you. We're still playing this shit, man. Alright. And then, right, around 2010, I started getting, like, TWD98 videos, right? And, talking about, like, how to install fucking Wii M Mario Kart Fun. This was before CTGP even existed. And I got, like, this, Chris Griffin flash drive. It's at a, what was it, Blockbuster? They sell flash drives. It was some weird store like that. It wasn't like a Best Buy or a normal place, right? It was a weird esoteric store like that, right? And that's how I got access to it. So I'm sorry about not being able to play online. I've been on like the Discord servers and shit. And that would be like, oh, have you tried like reinstalling the pack? It's like, that's the first thing I tried. That's like asking somebody, that's like when tech support asks you like, did you unplug the router and plug it back in? Of course I fucking did that. Why would I be calling you? You put me on hold for like 3 hours, bro. I would have tested that while on hold. Fuck you. And then I hear like 80% of people don't actually test that, and I lose faith in humanity, you know? It's just stupid. I didn't think that was an obstacle, bro. What the fuck? Get out of my way, Mega Shroom. Piece of shit. About that, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I got this freaking flash drive, and I spent about 4 or 5 days trying to install the damn mod pack. After school, I get home and I try to install the mod pack, and my 5-year-old sister, she wanted to play it for some reason. She was up my ass about it, right? It's like, I'm trying to figure this out on some fucking crummy fucking what was it, Texas Instruments? What's the company that produces those really shitty laptops that they used to give to the schools? Because I know that's where we got our laptop, and my dad worked at the school, and he just took home one of the old ones. It's like manufactured in like 1992. The thing had freaking dial-up for RAM, right? Fucking dial-up RAM. It was like wild shit, right? I finally got that shit working, and that made my dad hate the game so much because he couldn't keep track of what was going on the tracks. And looking back, I couldn't keep track of it, but that's what made it so fun. You see, like, who doesn't want a game like Mario Kart to be even more chaotic than it already is by making the tracks basically impossible? Like, I was playing Mushroom Peaks and shit, right? And I got CTGP working, and I was playing Mushroom Peaks and shit. And I'm still playing Mushroom Peaks. I found a way to get it on my Wii U. So you know what I'm talking about, bro. They just this nostalgia shit, bro, right? And then I pick up Mario Kart 7 thinking it's gonna be an improvement. They had like the gliders and stuff, and I'm like, why is the game so slow? What? That's literally impossible. That's literally impossible, dude. What was I supposed to do there? This fucking track's rigged. Absolutely fucking rigged. What do you expect me to do there? The things are 5 times faster than me. Bunch of bullshit, bro. Bunch of bullshit. But seriously, though, I didn't play much of Mario Kart 7. I thought that game was kind of boring, which sucks, because the track selection in that game was phenomenal, but, like, the gameplay was just, fucking slow, bro. And then that's kind of the same issue I had with Mario Kart 8 as well, kind of like it's on rails, it's kind of slow, even on 200cc, right? And then they got the meta where you basically got to use the dumb-looking vehicles and the characters nobody likes in order to win. And that sucks. Like if I want the meta to be like Funky Kong and shit, bro. But whatever, the meta is whatever you say the meta is. The meta is whatever you're playing at any given moment, because I never lose, bro, except for the times where I do, which is not real. Not fucking real. Anyways. Yeah, and I keep going back to this game every once in a while. And I was running the YouTube channel back in 2019. Now, basically what was happening then, I just graduated high school and I'd broken up with my girlfriend because she was, like, scared of COVID and shit, right? Didn't want to hang out. I was lonely as fuck, and I was basically, like, on the brink of, Epstein, you know what I'm saying, right? And I started uploading fucking videos of me running over people with the damn fucking clown car. And then people kept asking me to play Mario Kart Wii, and I pulled out the damn Wii U, trying to get that thing modded up, right? And then get this, I figure out how to get it working on the Wii U, I upload a video on that, people get a kick out of that, and I get a fucking ego trip, because God forbid I take any fucking success and, like, be humble about it, and I started acting like I already had like 1 million subscribers, pissed a bunch of people off, and now I'm back here, depressed again, back to square one, trying to go to trade school and shit instead of college, because college is a fucking scam. Fuck college. Basically just a generation of yes men with weak wrists and shit, right? That's what college does to you. I swear my testosterone dropped to like alarmingly low levels after going to college. Alarmingly low. Alright, I got a lot of that back, and I'm still gaining, bro. I'm lifting weights now and shit, drinking them protein shakes. I am in a much better state of mind right now. And I also have become aware that the bitches cannot be trusted. Alright. Nah, I'm just kidding. Some of them are fine, but be very careful. Protect your wallet. Alright. Now, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about like nostalgia and shit, right? So I remember I got Sonic 06 the day it came out. I know this is a wild story. Like, that game was fucking busted, and I thought as a kid I just sucked, right? And my mom was really good at Sonic, right, for some reason. Like, she played a shit ton of Sonic, and I don't remember why, right? She played a shit ton of Sonic, though, right? She couldn't get past, like, the 3rd level, and it wasn't because the game was hard, it's that the game was, like, literally unplayable and shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? That game was busted. Busted, bro. And then you had that one scene where Sonic kisses a human woman, but, like, it's not, like the woman's into it, and he's, like, he just accepts it. Am I the only one who thinks that's weird? Like, the Sonic's making out with, like, human chicks? Doesn't he have, like, a girlfriend that's also a hedgehog or something? Like, I'm kind of rusty on that. Nah, I think that's, like, One Way or something, like, where she's obsessed with him and he's trying to get her to go away. Right, and shit. So, right about the time I started my YouTube channel, my first video was uploaded in 2016. This is, like, right before the adpocalypse, where basically, like, humor became illegal and stuff, right? And I was a weird fucking kid back then, but I didn't start really uploading until, like, 2020, 2021. And you can look at my first Pokemon video, and also my video where I make fun of my first Pokemon video, where I sounded like I was 11, but I was actually 15 back then, which should be very concerning, by the way. That is very, very fucking concerning, right? You get what I'm saying? You know what I am saying, right? Fuck. And, oh yeah, I gotta talk about another wild story. I just thought of this, right? I remember I was a freshman in high school, you know, like, when I was a freshman, right, I was, like, one of those really scrawny, short kids that everybody, like, thought was kind of funny. Every school has one, right? I was funny, but I was also very funny looking, so, I was the whole package, right? And, there was this emo girl, right? She's like, I got detention, forgot for what? Forgot what I got detention for, right? And, fucking, I think she was like a junior or something. She was a few years older than me, right? She's probably been held back a few times too. And she was talking about, like, oh, you want to be my boyfriend? And, like, me being a lonely ass, right? I said, of course, right? Because, like, me being a 14-year-old, I didn't know to protect myself from those types of chicks, you know what I'm saying, right? And she ended up, like, they found out she was dead, like, a week later. They found her, like, in a river somewhere. It was really fucked up. Like, they found her, like, buried in a river. Like, and somebody had killed her. I swear, it wasn't me, though. I swear. But somebody did it, right? And then I was working at a freaking... They found another body in the same fucking river, like, 5 years later when I was working at this warehouse, right? They found a body there. Some homeless guy, right? And they found this homeless guy buried there. And then the crazy thing happens. They found out the homeless guy was the guy who killed the girl. And somebody killed the homeless guy. Now, 5 years later, I go back there and they're going to find the guy who killed him. I want to see who that is. I'll just try and... when I think of another crazy story, I'll flip to it. No, wait. No, I got one. Right? I got another crazy story, right? So, it was like this game night thing, right? At this library in the city we were in, and I was with my friend, and he's like a diabetic, right? And dude just straight up, he like cracks his head open on the table, right? Because we were playing Cards Against Humanity and shit, right? And he laughed so hard, he fell back in his chair. And he cracked his head open on like a metal table, right? And this is like the third time he did that month or something crazy like that, right? I kid you not. Like, this dude's getting hurt all the time. We were playing football at my friend's house, and, well, the same friend, but the guy I tackled wasn't the same friend, right? And what happened with him, right, is, get this, like, dude's like freaking 6'1", right? No, he's not 6. He's actually more like 5'8", but to me, he was 6'1", right? Because I was short. And he maybe weighed like 200, 220 pounds. Big fucking kid. He was built like Gronk, right? And what the fuck? What the fuck is with these blue shells? Anyways, I tackled the dude. Like, he thinks he's so tough. He thinks he can run anyone over. And me, my scrawny ass, 90-pound ass, drags him down by the shoulders. And he lands on my foot, and I break my foot. Right? Which is obviously not fun, right? Then, like, 2 months later, he's talking about how tough he is, right? And he's, like, into... He thinks he's tough, but he was into shows like Riverdale at the time and shit. Like, no tough people watch that shit. That's for teenage girls, right? It's like, no insult to teenage girls. Like, every woman's a teenage girl at some point. But, like, guys shouldn't act like that. No, that's where I draw the line. When the guys are acting like teenage girls, right? Oh, is this Incendia Castle? Oh, yeah, we're cooking now. Anyways. So, like, what I did, he was a Niners fan for some reason. He was obsessed with Jimmy Garoppolo, right? You know, the fucking former Niners quarterback that Barry McCockiner, right, likes to, Barry McCockiner. I just got that. Anyway, he likes to, talk about a lot. But my friend isn't Barry McCockiner, unfortunately, right? So, I went into MS Paint, right? And I photoshopped a picture of his head on, like, a stock image of, like, a San Francisco 49ers bedsheet, right? With Jimmy Garoppolo's head, right? And I put his name. It's like, he loves his 49ers, right? I'm not gonna dox the dude because, like, I don't even know where he is right now. He might be, like, a sex offender, right? But dude literally blocked me for that. Fuck this track, bro! But seriously, he blocked me for that, right? He straight up blocked me. Dude's like a fucking coward. He can dish it, but he can't take it. And then the same... I did like... This is like the last week of school, right? And I knew these two kids were playing Yu-Gi-Oh, right? And everybody was obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh out of nowhere. And people were bringing their Yu-Gi-Oh decks. And one kid had Exodia, right? And I hated the other kid he was playing against. He wouldn't talk to me like he's an asshole, right? And I took his deck when they went out for, like, lunch, right? And I stayed behind for a minute, and I rigged his deck so that his first hand would have all 5 parts of Exodia. So he would win turn 1. And the best part about this is I didn't know this at the time, but they had bet 20 bucks in the game. So I screwed the kid out of 20 bucks because I rigged his opponent's deck. Sorry, not sorry. I don't feel bad. Shouldn't have been such a twat. This truck sucks for me, bro. Uh-oh. Whoa. What was that? What was that? Anyways, yeah, so moral of the story, don't mess with the silent kid, I guess. Because he will summon Exodia on your ass, right? He'll win. Insta-kill, bro. Be in the newspapers, right? And then I find out one of my teachers is friends with the rapper Joyner Lucas. Unfortunately, I did not get to meet Joyner Lucas, but that would have been very cool. And apparently I also know another kid who's friends with Joyner Lucas. So apparently Joyner Lucas is friends with everyone except me. Which is sad. I don't have many friends anymore. But yeah, like, enough about Joyner Lucas. Let's talk about other kid that I used to go to school with. He was a fucking weirdo, right? And I mean, I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, like, he was kind of sheltered, right? His parents were like the far left activist types, right? He didn't really get to do anything. And I kind of felt bad for him too, because he's not like a bad kid. He's just kind of weird, right? And he was kind of cool, right? I kind of viewed him as like a little brother, right? So I'd like, you know, make fun of him a little bit, but like, we were cool, right? And he was friends with that kid I was talking about before that really hated me for some reason. But then they suddenly weren't friends anymore, right? So he started like hanging out with me, and I'm like, look, you know, if I pissed you off before, I'm sorry. Like, I get you must be cool because you pissed that kid off too, right? And then we started hanging out, and then I taught him how to play football, and it was awesome. I love mentoring people like that. You know, it's an interesting experience. You know, to be able to take someone who needs help, you know, help them out a bit. You know, it means a lot to me to be able to help out the next generation. I mean, like I was saying, the next generation, only like a year younger than me, but he's younger, and I hope I improved his life, you know. Shout out to that kid. If he's watching, he knows, right? He knows I care about him. So yeah, that's about all I'm gonna talk about that. Like, that's about my whole life story. I'll talk more about my life story if this video gets, I'll do next video no matter what. I love rambling about shit. People love when I ramble about shit. I got like this nasty comedy double attack, bro. Double penetration comedy, bro. Like, that's all I do. Then we came in third, bro. Fucking lost to Mushroom Head over there. At least I didn't lose to Peach. Whatever. Fuck this shit, bro.